Hi, my name is Doug Brown, and I'll be out to break the New Mexico land speed record of 281 miles per hour this Sunday at Hobbs Dragway.
Right now's your chance to see Doug Brown's Champion Jet Dragster up close, because now through Saturday it's in the Johnson Motor Showroom in Hobbs. See the machine that holds the New Zealand land speed record of over 251 miles per hour. That's Doug Brown's Wildfire Jet Dragster at Johnson Motor Company in Hobbs, New Mexico.
Hello, bombers. Are you ready, John Evil Sizer? This is the car. This isn't a car. How can you possibly call this a car? I have my hot dogs. Somebody said that there's going to be hot dogs cooked here. We're going to cook them on the back of this thing. You're going to cook them on the back of this. I'm not. Right here he is. See, this is the name. Doug Brown's Wildfire. Come here. Here he comes. Now you're going to see what kind of a person gets behind the wheel of one of these. This is Doug Brown, right?
Right.
From?
Riverside, California.
Riverside. See, they always say Californians are crazy. How fast?
277 miles per hour is the best it's done.
All at one time?
At standing start, 6 seconds and a quarter mile.
6 seconds? I don't want to be around when this thing fires up. How big a flame?
About 40 feet. We'll see you here in a minute. We'll fire it up for you, and you can cook your hot dogs, and we'll do it.
I'm supposed to stand right behind it and cook the hot dog, right?
Not unless you like third-degree burns. I really don't think I'd recommend that.
Not my bag of tea. Bag of tea? Cup of tea. Not a bag. I'm going to try and do my hot dogs. Doug's going to try and do his hot dog. And we're going to fire this sucker up in just a few minutes. So let's go back to the movie. And we promised you a few minutes ago that we were going to fire up this jet car. And why, I don't know. But right on the back of behind this truck is a jet car. And it's got a starter that's this big, and he's about to fire it up. Now, the reason we came back and did it this way is because once it's fired up, you ain't gonna be able to hear anything anyway. And that's Doug Brown getting in his suit, and we have the fire department here. Thank goodness for that. Show them the fire department. There they are. Wave, fire department, wave. Wave, fire department. There they are. Ah, you're on camera. All right. Those guys are here just in case I catch fire. And they can put me out. They're not going to do that, are they? Probably not. John Evil Sizer, I'd like to thank my film crew, Chrissy Kanamaki. And no. Who is it? Tape. That's what I said. Oh. My tape crew. Scotch. And who? Fuji? Scotch and Fuji. Anyway, this thing's about to fire up, and you will see it in just a couple minutes. So why don't we wait until that happens? Holy, well, is that a thrill or is that a thrill? Oh my God. Is this a thrill?
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Holy cow, I couldn't hardly hear myself think. What are you doing there?
Well, most of the noise is going out with the exhaust. I've got a head sock on and a face mask and a helmet, and that covers out most of the noise.
We've about lost our parking lot, and I think after you got going, I got to thinking about the power lines. I thought, oh, I wonder if he's going to melt those suckers too. Wow, what a car. Be out there at the drag strip this week because there's 2 of them, right?
That's right. We'll be running side by side, 2 runs on Saturday night and 2 runs on Sunday night.
Can you imagine this at night? This is going to be vicious. You don't want to miss it. So let's get back to the movie. You do want to miss that. This is it. The fire department was here because of the jet car. I have Captain Sip Romero. The driver was Joe Hernandez, and firefighter Morris Gutierrez and Paul Valencia. Now, if this car had caught on fire, would we have been able to take care of this? You would have been able to do it?
Well, we'll show you what we would have done.
You're going to show me?
Yes.
He's going to show me? Okay. Wait. Here we are back at the Bombs with World Race Car Championship driver Magoozer, the Wonder Rug. Magoo, what is it like going 240 miles an hour? Will you say hi to your public? Okay, well, that's all we're going to get out of Magoo. She doesn't want to have anything to do with this car, neither do I. Did you see the car move when we were out there and back? The brakes were locked. The car just decided it wanted to go, and it was sliding along as he was hitting the thruster. I don't believe it. Doug Brown is crazy. That's all. I mean, I'd never want to. Look at this car. Is this gorgeous? Whew. Come here, Doug. Here he comes. I have Doug's right here. Can you get a tight shot of this, Brian? We're going to do this. Watch. See it right there? Here it comes. Sit. I mean, you don't want to mess around here. There it is. Can you see it real good? It says Formula One Car Care Products. Right?
Right on.
They're friends of yours.
They are friends of mine.
They're friends of ours, too. We're going to do good things for them and this car and Roadrunner Dragway. We're going to get a lot of people out there this weekend, I think, after they see this. And you're going to drive.
Yeah, we're going to run a special match race with the Alien Jet Dragster, 2 runs Saturday night and 2 runs Sunday night.
Can you imagine what this must look like at night? This has got to be incredible. This that you saw here on the Bombs tonight was only half power. So if you want a treat, Magoozer's not. If we put her in there out there, we're going to put a fire suit on her and let her go. It's been her dream all her life, hasn't it? Hasn't it? Nope, you stay there. Don't move. Don't move on this car. Well, it's been a good show here. Unfortunately, though, we have another show, a bad one, called Tarzan in the Great River. And one more look at this fantastic car, and then you got to get out there for yourselves and see it at Roadrunner Dragway this Saturday, Sunday. Bring your camera. Goodbye. It's almost over. Tarzan and his wherever he is in the Great River again. Whew. I'll tell you what, we put you through it, don't we? Just because it's the Bombs. Here we are in front of the big car again. This is a fun car, I'll tell you what. There it is. Oh no, there it is. I got tickets to give away to the Battle of the Bands, the Sheriff's Posse, over there at their grounds down around Bernalillo. If you want to go, I've got 20 pairs of tickets to give away. And to win them, all you have to do is tell me the name of this dog right here. Give us your name, and all that jazz, and then you can pick up your tickets at the gate. Are you ready? Call! Call! What's this dog's name? Does anybody remember? But you got to get it exactly right. I mean, you can't just say part of it. That ain't going to do it. This is the Bombs. Right, Megs? Say hi to the folks, Maggie. Say hi to the folks. She isn't going to do it right. Bang! She dies slow, but she does die. Dead dogs don't move. Okay. So anyway, we've had fun with the people from Roadrunner Dragway, and if you want to have a good time, you got to get out there. Don't forget your cameras, because it's going to be an incredible show. They took blacktop off our parking lot out here. This is one of a car. Beep. Oh, the beep came too late. So anyway, that's the Bombs. We're coming into the end of it. Tarzan's having a good time, and we're not. So why don't we go back and see what he's got cooked up, and then it'll be all over. Went over there. That's what he did. He goes. Oh no, he's back over here. Is Mark here? Is that Evil Sizer back there? What a scary deal this is. So the dog and I are still here, but not for long, because it's almost over. And you saw the jet car, and you saw the Kelly Brothers hot super gas. The who? What did you say? Brian just gave me, I don't know what he said. Looked strange though. And I've got right here in my hot little hand, which it would have been had I tried to cook those hot dogs in that car. Can you? Whew. Well, I'm glad they stopped me. Anyway, in my hot little hand right here, let me get my hand, oh, back here where it works. Roadrunner Dragway, signed by Mr. Bill. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh. We're going to give these away, and we'll tell you how to get them. But here's the question. Are you ready for the question? Give me the long shot, John. What is the name of the jet car? You can get that right. What is the name of the jet car? You get that right, you win $100. No, it's not $100. The duck doesn't drop down and give you $100. But we'll give you these 2 tickets. So give them to me. This is pretty much fun here. Oh no, by the end of the show, and you will win these, and we'll tell you how to get them. And right now, back to Tarzan and the Great River. That's it. It's over. Tarzan is finally over. I forgot what next week's show is. Does anybody know? Probably not. John, do you know what next week's show is? I heard him shake his head no. I just stepped on my dog's ear, I think. Maggie, it's all over for another week. The Bedtime Bombs. What do you say? Don't show the dog. Don't show the dog right now. Whoa, can't do that on TV. This was such a bad movie, folks, that Maggie bombed me over here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a bad movie, that's all. I got to clean it up before I leave the studio tonight. So anyway, that's been the Bombs. We'll be back next Friday night with a movie called The Curse of the Fly. I knew somebody back there would know. So anyway, the Bombs is over. Be out at Roadrunner Dragway tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow, this is probably today, huh? Wow, it is today. Don't miss it. The drag cars, the jet cars, and drag cars, and gas cars, and NASCARs, and pass cars, whatever. It's going to be out there, and it's going to be fun, and you can have a good time. Right, Meg? Say goodbye. That's goodbye, and we'll see you all next Friday night, same time, same place, unfortunately, with a bad movie.
spring sale.
Doug Brown talks about his jet-powered dragster.
The acceleration is quite pleasurable. I experienced 4 Gs off the line, about 13 negative Gs when the chutes come out. 263 miles an hour is the best it's been here in the United States. You know, and I'm a pretty straight guy usually, but on Saturday nights, you know, I get my kicks out of doing 260 miles an hour, and I guess I'll have to be the first person to exceed maybe 1,000 miles an hour on land.
Sunday afternoon, Hallsville Raceway. Don't miss Wildfire.
What was tonight's basketball game? As incredible as Dave Millender?
Yeah, it was, and he was. Exciting drag racing as the world's fastest jet dragster will be on hand along with other racing activities. Stan Holden takes a look at the jet dragster and the driver of this incredible machine.
Making a special appearance at the Carlsbad Dragway this weekend is Doug Brown and his jet car, Wildfire. Wildfire is not your average everyday run-of-the-mill dragster. It has a big jet engine. That's what's underneath all of this. We asked Doug how he got started driving this kind of a car in a quarter-mile drag.
Well, ever since I was a little tyke, I always enjoyed watching the jets, and it looked like a lot of fun to me, so I thought it was a natural thing to do to switch over and run jet power.
Is it a little more cost efficient, I guess, is a way to put it, way of drag racing?
Oh, sure. The between-round maintenance on the jets is nil compared to, say, a top fuel car where they're changing pistons between each round. But when it's time to do a major overhaul, it's not a 2-hour deal. It's a 5-day, 4-man operation.
Anytime you're going 200, 250 miles an hour, there's an element of danger. You have had to deal with that, and you're still racing.
Yeah, back in May of 1979, I rolled a jet dragster over. It rolled 20 or 25 times, and it broke my neck and gave me a skull fracture, but I love it enough. I bounced back to it, and here we are again.
The amazing part of that is it didn't keep you out very long.
No, I was fortunate enough to be able to lease another jet dragster from a friend of mine, and I was back racing 2 weeks later.
It's one thing to sit here in this machine, but when it comes to starting off on the quarter mile, we'll let Doug do the duty. He'll be doing that tomorrow at the Carlsbad Dragway, beginning at 1 o'clock. He'll be making 3 passes, racing Don Powell's AA Fuel Dragster. We hope to see you there at the Carlsbad Dragway. I'm Stan Holden, Sports Center 6.
And the other competition tomorrow at the Dragway that will take place are pros, street, trophy, and motorcycle racing. The gates will open at 9 a.m. and the time trials get underway at 10 a.m. with the trials ending at 12. Eliminations will start at 1 p.m. The admission for spectator side will be $7. Pit side is $9, and kids under 12 will get in free.
While Brown wasn't able to turn in the fastest time of his jet racing career, he was still able to show the crowd some of the excitement of one of the fastest ways possible to get from point A to point B. There are a couple of reasons why Brown's actual speed was down a bit.
Well, of course, we're up here at 3,000 feet altitude, which thins the air out, and it slows any car down. So I don't think we're going to see 270 miles an hour, but 250 is very reasonable. I'm sure we'll at least do 250.
Another reason for the slower time at Carlsbad Dragway is that the stopping space, that is, the track at the end of the dragway, is a little short by jet dragster standards. The Wildfire car will be appearing next Sunday at the Hobbs Dragway, where there is a longer shutdown area, and Brown hopes to go over 280 miles an hour and set a New Mexico land speed record to go with the one he set in New Zealand.
People from New Zealand contacted me and wanted to bring a jet to New Zealand, and being that they're south of the equator, their seasons are exactly opposite of ours. So in our winter months, December and January, when normally I'd be sitting idle because there's no racing in the States, I go down to New Zealand and run for them down there.
Okay, Doug, where are you running this racer?
Well, we'll be running Saturday night at 8 o'clock at Gulfport International Raceway on Canal Road.
Now, what kind of speed will you be hitting?
Well, the car averages 620 elapsed times at over 265 miles per hour. The best the car's ever done is a 5.97 ET at 277, and we'll be out there trying to do better than that.
Now, we talked earlier about this car. You say it's designed strictly as a dragster.
Oh yeah, it's a quarter-mile vehicle. It's not built for the Bonneville Salt Flats, although it's designed after a Salt Flats racer. It's scaled down from that. It's built strictly for the quarter-mile competition.
Now, what kind of vibration do you get sitting in that cockpit when you hit that 260 plus?
Well, of course, the engine, being a jet, is virtually vibration-free. The only vibration I get is from the racetrack itself. Gulfport is a pretty smooth track, so I won't get a lot of vibration from it.
Now, you'll be here through the weekend. Where can people see this car tomorrow and Saturday, for example? It'll be right here?
Well, today we're going to be here on display at the Best Western Hotel, and Friday and Saturday will be on display all day at Paul's Auto Parts.
That's in Biloxi.
Biloxi, yes.
Okay, what about the design of the car? You designed it yourself.
Yeah, I designed and built the car myself. It's a basic dragster-type chassis and body with a jet engine between the rails.
And what made you go into the jets?
Well, I had run conventional fuel and gas dragsters for a number of years, and one time I decided that I wanted to make a career out of drag racing, and I felt that the jet cars were a more lucrative way to go, so I built the first jet.
Now, you tell me you went to New Zealand and Australia down under 2 times a year.
Right. Fortunately, I've had the opportunity to go to New Zealand and Australia, and their seasons are exactly opposite of ours, being that they're south of the equator. So December and January we head on down there, and that's the middle of their summer. So I've got a good opportunity to race the car and see a foreign country, and I really enjoy it.
What about the heat? Does heat affect the car this time?
Oh, certainly. Just like a small block Chevrolet or a Ford engine, the thing runs better with cool, dry air. And unfortunately, here in Gulfport, we've got some pretty hot, humid air, which takes molecules of oxygen out of the air. So we can't put as much fuel into the car, so it doesn't quite run up to par. But we'll try to tune it up as good as we can and run as hard as we can.
Okay, Doug, that ought to take care of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
her 16th NHRA national event victory, and her pit crew races down to the far end to celebrate with her.
Shirley Muldowney has been a model of consistency, partly because of these great starts that she makes. She was in the final 7 out of 10 times last year and won 4 major races. Here she's on her way to another one in a style that is so typical of her, Jim. The perfect start, making her competition come to her, and you notice Jody Smart getting out of shape as he gives it too much throttle. Shirley completely in control and headed toward another major Winter Nationals victory.
There is a movie about her life being made right now, and with each victory like this one, the legend grows just a little bit larger.
Thank you, Steve. Certainly, it's not astonishing to find you here. You are the defending world champion, and now you've started the season brilliantly by winning the Winter Nationals. That must be very satisfying.
It is. It's wonderful. It's a hard one to win, you know, and we were sweating the final a little bit. I mean, the ETs were so close. Just don't know. You know, I didn't know if it was going to be Jody's first one. I was hoping it wasn't.
When you saw him smoke the tires, though, so you knew almost in the first milliseconds that you probably had it.
He was there on the initial leave. I went, uh-oh, and then all of a sudden he was gone, and I knew either he broke